Sup, I'm Ellie, and welcome to the channel. I've been doing a lot of work in art style and artistic voice, and in doing that, I've been exploring with my own style a little bit. I'm going in this direction because I hear artists saying that when they don't have their art style, it's something that they really, really want. And it's something that is 100% attainable because art style isn't something that just magically falls on your lap. It's something that you develop. And so that's been the goal, to create a space for artists to explore with style and artistic voice in a fun and interactive way. And I'm by no means an expert. I'm drawing on my own experiences, doing a lot of research, and I've been working with a lot of other people and artists whose contributions in this project have been critically important. And the cool payoff from all of this is that it establishes creative identity. You become identifiable as an artist. And that's why I'm doing this. That's my why. And self-expression becomes undeniably authentic, which in turn appeal to buyers and collectors, which is great if the goal is to sell your art, which for a lot of us, it is. All that said and done, let's get into it, shall we? I'm going to be exploring with my own style just because I want to expand on it a little bit while holding on to some of the key concepts that I really like. And that's because I think that the influence of my inspiration is very present in my art, and I just want to move away from the influence a little bit and just bring a little more individualism to my art. I want to hold on to for sure is the creep factor, because that is my whole vibe: duality, contrast, harmonious friction, and all that fun stuff. But here's the progress so far, and you can immediately notice that there's a lot of similarities but some distinct changes. Though I will say one thing I don't like with the direction that this particular drawing is going into, that there is a traditional kind of pretty to the character. And that is something that I absolutely love about my drawings, is that I don't usually make my character portraits traditionally pretty. But for the sake of experimentation, this is perfect, because I can immediately identify it goes against what I usually do, and that's the goal, to go against what is usual and instinctive for me, to break those usual patterns and habits so that I can try something different. But if you're trying this for the first time, don't start here. Don't immediately try to break your habits. Find your baseline first. Draw something exactly the way you usually would, and then observe it. And if you really want to, take some of your earlier drawings and compare them. See how you've evolved. See what's changed. Because if you know what's instinctive for you, you can be intentional about what you change. For me, it starts with the eyes. My eyes are usually pretty straightforward. They're just round with dark rings around them to give that sunken in look. So that's the first thing I wanted to change, while still keeping them big and exaggerated. And everything is still somewhat disproportionate. That's what I want. That's what I like. But there's one more thing I've wanted to incorporate since I started with this style, but just never did, and maybe now's the time. Something I'd like to explore more as I'm exploring my style is just the details. I like portraits, character portraits, and I'll keep on with that. And I like the exaggeration, the creep factor, and I'll keep on with that. But I want to see wrinkles. I want to see the texture of the skin. I want to see maybe some bags under the eyes. I want that detail. Though I'm softly experimenting with like wrinkles under the eyes and things like this with this drawing, I'm nowhere near what I want it to be. That's going to take practice, which is fine. It's part of the process. And as much as I want to incorporate that into my style, it's not the immediate goal. The immediate goal is to break patterns. And so after you've created your baseline, that's what you can do next. Intentionally change what you usually do instinctively. Even if you don't 100% like it at first, that's okay. You can always come back to what you like. The point right now is just to get comfortable with going against what is instinctive. So explore and play around, even if it's vastly outside of what you usually do. But hold on to the things you absolutely don't want to part with, the things you really love. For me, that's the exaggeration, the creep factor. There is no need to start completely from scratch. But if starting from scratch is what you want to do, who am I to say you can't? Go ahead and do that. Anyway, here is the progress of this drawing. I unfortunately did not get a chance to finish her, but I will finish her in next week's video. And for those exploring style, I hope you found this video helpful. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and that it inspired you a little bit to explore with style or expand within your own style if you feel it's necessary. Either way, Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed it, please come back next week for the next one.